Hi friends, it's the Christian family here. We wanted to share a little bit of our experience at Haven of Hope, Bolivia. And we wanted to say a big thank you to those of you who supported us financially and through prayer.
You can find a link below to Haven of Hope. We have the opportunity to sponsor a couple of young ladies down there that you'll see in the photos that we got to spend some time with and bring some gifts to. But if you'd love to learn more about the mission and the ministry, follow the link and you can find all kinds of information there. So for our trip to Bolivia, we leave out of Miami. And the way down was an overnight flight. We left at about 11 p.m. and arrived at about 5 a.m. Bolivia is in the same time zone as we are here in Florida, which is convenient. But something that's less convenient is trying to sleep on an airplane when we're all so excited and filled with adrenaline and traveling snacks. But I think overall it was a great flight. The girls did amazing as usual. And we were all ready to get on the ground there in South America.
Hi everybody. Our friends were holding up some signs, welcome signs, to welcome us back to Bolivia, and I ran to my friend Brittany that I really love her.
And Coralie just went straight to Brittany, didn't do anything else, didn't say hi to anyone else, went straight to her and grabbed her and held on tight to her for about 10 minutes straight without letting go. And Brittany loved it, and she started crying because she was so filled with joy to see Coralie again too.
In this picture, this was our first day in the cafeteria. We are next to our friends Maria Rosa and then Brittany. That was our first day in the lunchroom at Bolivia on this mission trip. It was a really good time. The first day we have name tags so we can all know who each of us was.
How was the food each day?
The food was awesome. Chicken and rice, vegetables. We even had one that you could get a chicken foot, chicken leg, chicken.
It was really good. And so each day we would all sit at different tables around. Melody and Coralie often sat with their friends and not with mom and dad, which was great. It was fun to just see them in their element, getting to spend time with their friends there.
Yes, I'm on my friend Brittany's bed, and we are hugging each other, and
this was when we took a tour of the whole campus, and when we went into the older girls' bedroom, they each have their own bed in one kind of big room. They have their own space where they can keep their special things. They can hang pictures on the wall. So Brittany hung out with Coralie there on her bed, and she brought out a box and showed us some special things that she has kept that we gave to her in the last couple of years. And she was really excited to show us those, and she just held on to Coralie while we took the tour. One of the big things we did while we were there was called a Wanna Do City. It was a time where we set up different stations around the campus, and the kids could decide which one they wanted to go to. It was a chance for them to dream big and think about what they wanted to do or be when they grew up. And they could pick which station they wanted to go to according to what their interests were. So one of them here was the one that I helped with. It was a product design where we made homemade chapstick and homemade sugar body scrub that they could put in nice containers, and it was kind of a pampering thing that they could make themselves. One of the cool things about this group was some of the tias were there, which is what they call like aunts and uncles as tias and tios, and they're kind of the leaders on campus. A few of the tias came And they were so excited to make this, they made several of each item to give to the other tias. They wanted to share and have something to give to everybody. So it was fun to see how excited they were and how much they enjoyed the products afterward.
This event was pretty important, as we've had it explained to us. Most of these children have come from just incredibly difficult circumstances that I know I couldn't imagine what they've dealt with already in their young lives. But because of those circumstances, they just weren't able to think about the future. So often they're thinking about, am I going to eat today? Where is that meal going to come from? Where am I staying tonight? What is that going to look like? And so they didn't have the opportunity to dream or think about the future. A question like, what do you want to be when you grow up, is very foreign to them and their thinking, because they didn't have the capacity to even consider something like that. And so doing something like this is just part of that healing and that growing up and having fairly normal childhood experiences. So as Leah mentioned, this was a station focusing on some product design and making things. They had other stations like fixing bicycles, first aid, and all kinds of things.
And this was a science wanna do city part. I was helping out in this one, and right now we were making bouncy balls, like homemade bouncy balls. We also made lava lamps, crystals, a lot of cool stuff, and it was really fun.
So I was doing my exercise class that was in there, and I was with one of my friends, and we were stretching up our arms.
One of the things that I got to help out with was a woodworking class. The orphanage has been blessed with a really nice woodworking facility, industrial area, and so seeing the picture there, Jorge, he is employed there and helps teach these young men just different things that they can make, teaches them how to use these really, really nice pieces of equipment. This day in particular, we built 5 benches for a soccer field they have, and so that's really nice, heavy-duty wood there that we were able to line the field with and use. So that was neat. And these 2 boys, Javier and Oscar, worked really hard to help us and make this happen.
During our time, there was always time to play and have fun and dance and sing. So in this picture, we were all gathered on campus in the kind of play area, singing songs and dancing. This was the church clap song. As you can see, Coralie got into it too. We taught them that dance and those movements, and then a lot of them got up and did it with us too.
Next day was church, and this is something very important. It's a foundation for the ministry there. It is biblically based. They have church every week. These young people bring their Bibles. They know the Word. They're led to a point of salvation. And on this specific Sunday, I had the opportunity to talk with the older group. It was 14 to 18 years old, plus some of the adults around campus were there as well. And we talked about what it looks like to show forgiveness. And a phrase that we use often is unloading the backpack. So instead of hanging on to thoughts of bitterness or anger or hurt, to take those rocks or bricks out of your backpack and feel that freedom that forgiveness offers when you forgive somebody else, and also seeking forgiveness from somebody else. It was a really great time. We focused on praying for each other and walking through what it looks like to forgive, but then also encouraging one another to consider forgiving somebody else for something that they'd been hurt by.
So we were at church sitting on my friend Angie's lap, which were there on our mission trip, and I and one of my friends are on her lap too with me, and we were switching our name tags so then we can have different names.
Who's your friend?
Your friend's name?
Annabelle.
So you were Annabelle and she was Coralie during church?
Yes.
the next day, that was Monday, we had a all day long field day. We played all kinds of games. We had two teams. We were the blue team, or
Azul, 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 azul.
so we were the Azul team versus Team Rojo, the red team. It was a great day. Everybody participated, young and old. Corley, what's going on here?
We were doing a tug of war game, and I got to be in the front place.
And who won?
Rojo!
That's right. Corley, you worked so hard during that tug of war. What happened next?
I fell asleep when my friend gave me a piggyback.
Yeah, that was a lot of work that day.
After the games, one of the Tias, which she's the adult there on the far right, she was the one that initiated this photo. She wanted her class of the younger girls, which she leads and teaches. She gathered them all and wanted them to come take a picture with me. So we all stood together there and got to take a photo together. Also, towards the end here on the last day, we gathered together these 4 girls. The one beside me is Maria, then Daniela, and beside Daniela is Estefania. Daniela and Estefania are sisters. And then, of course, we have Brittany holding Coralie. We took them into a room by ourselves so that we could just spend a little bit of private time with them. We had brought gifts for them that we gave to them, but also we told them that we have started sponsoring each of them by sending money to support them individually at Haven of Hope. They loved getting the gifts, but when they heard that we were supporting them and sponsoring them, they all put their hands to their mouth and gasped. They started tearing up, crying. They were so happy and thankful to hear that we chose them. So this is still that same time. We took pictures with each of them. So this is our picture with Brittany, Coralie's best friend.
This was our last night at the orphanage. It was like a talent show night. We were doing Frozen. I was Olaf, and then we also have Corley's friend. And Corley, who was the friend?
Annabelle.
And that was a really fun night. This one we have our friend Maria Rosa. She wanted to give us a hug, so we took a picture. It was a great night. We also had pizza that night. It was a great time.
Yeah, this was our final night, so we did lots of outside of the talent show, singing and dancing and just gathering together and laughing and sharing our final meal together for this trip. But it was, each one of them there dealing with things that they've been through in this life and trauma, just amazed at how well adjusted each young person is there. They're love, and they just full of joy and energy, and they just want to be kids. They just want to have fun. They just want to spend time with their friends and run around and fall down and get back up and play and laugh and just share in normal fun experiences.
This is a picture we took with Estefania. I have a special place in my heart for Estefania. She is just a very beautiful girl inside and out. She's kind of quiet, but she's very thoughtful in just what she says and how she interacts with others. She's very smart and bright, and I'm just excited to see how God is going to use her as she continues to grow up. And with that, I was realizing you can see on my hand is around her shoulder, and on my middle finger is a ring. After we told her that we were sponsoring her, her and I just had some time alone outside for a little bit, and she had that ring on her finger. She handed it to me and told me that now I am her madrina, which means godfather or godmother in Spanish. And that was just really special to me. She was very thoughtful about that, wanted me to know, how special I am to her, and wanted me to have that ring of hers to remember her by. And so I gave her one of my bracelets too, to remember me by, and it was just a really special time exchanging those little gifts to each other. This is Daniela. This is Estefania's sister. And she is one of the most quiet young girls there. Doesn't really say a lot, but just observes a lot and hangs around. And so we chose to sponsor her as well, just to show her that she is loved, she is seen, and she is cared for.
So this is Javier, one of the guys I connected with through woodworking, but also on the field day playing soccer together. And he was on my team, and just built a good, solid connection. He was telling me all about playing soccer for his school, and just the little bits of joy that we got to share and laugh in those special moments, and just a great connection. I'm excited for him to see him continue to grow and just become a great young man.
This one was with Estefania. Still our last night leaving. It was pretty cold out. We just wanted to give hugs goodbye because that was like our last out. That was probably like one of our last minutes to be there, and it was very sad. That's Yandi. She has her blanket, which I think is she got from our bed, and that other stuff here I'm holding in my hand, that was also given to me by another girl, and Yandi, she's my age. She is very nice and sweet, and she was also very sad for us to leave.
This is Maria. Maria also is very special to us. She was crying very very much there on that last day when it was time for us to leave. She also was probably the one that cried the most 2 years ago when we left too. So we have a special relationship with her, and she is another one of the girls that we sponsor.
That's Maria Rosa. She was also crying a lot, and it was very, very sad for us to leave to all of the kids, and when I got on the bus, I even started crying a little too.
You guys hung out a lot that week, right?
Yeah.
What happened during church with you and her?
She wasn't supposed to be in the class that I was in, but she wanted to be with me so much that she actually did go into the class.
Because you guys hung out all week. You're like best friends.
The other one next to me, that is Catherine. She was the one who gave me that unicorn stuffy to remember her. Then you also have Maria Rosa next to me, and then the one next to her is also Estefania. And it was a very fun night, but also very sad.
And here is Brittany holding on to Coralie. Again, we were saying goodbye. Coralie and Brittany were both crying. And Coralie was just holding on to Brittany for a few last moments more before we had to get on the bus.
So this is just a picture of most nights. We would come back to the hotel and just kind of debrief, talk through what happened, and just share a little bit about our experience for the day. And these girls, they worked hard every day. They played, they had fun, they built connections and relationships, and did all kinds of cool stuff. Even some work projects, helping carry things and move things around and cleaning stuff. And but by the end of the day, we were all exhausted. But it was worth it, right, girls?
Yeah.
So here's everybody. All of the Tios, Gladys and Marco there are in the front. Gladys has the pink stocking hat with the big coat. Marco has the hat and the vest. It was colder there because it's their winter when it's our summer. But we're all gathered together with our Riverside group, all of the kids and all of their leaders for one big picture at the end before it was time to go. And I just wanted to say, as you can see through all these photos, this orphanage is a very loving and bright, warm, welcoming campus. It's a very special place that we were so excited to get to return to a second time, and we look forward to going back again.
Yeah, as Ilea shared, Gladys and Marco, they are the parents there. They oversee everything there at the orphanage, along with the Tias and Tios who work specifically with age groups. Those Tias and Tios are with those children every single day, picking them up from school, taking them to school, there with them for meals. Each of those children, when they're there, go through a time of adjustment to life with a bunch of new friends that become like family. God is blessing and doing a great work there, and so I'm so thankful that we've had the opportunity to go and be a part of that, and thankful that we get to go as a family, that Melody and Corley get to experience that, and that this has become a part of our life, and that we hope to continue to keep doing and keep going down there and keep continuing those relationships, pointing them to Jesus and trying to live out what Jesus has called us to do. To take care of the widows and the orphans, and to love those as we love ourselves. So again, I want to say thank you on behalf of our family for those of you that have given to us financially, for those of you that support us in prayer, for those of you just checking in, for those of you that may be considering making a trip, whether it's with Riverside Church or on your own through a Haven of Hope. I would just say it's worth it. It's worth the vacation days. It's worth the sacrificing of money and time and efforts. It's worth it to go down there and be a part of Jesus' eternity work in such a special and unique way. So again, thank you all. We truly appreciate you. Thanks for checking out this video. Again, if you have any questions or anything, I'd love to hear it. Feel free to reach out to us. We'll tell you all about our experience and details, and hopefully talk you into visiting someday.
Hasta pronto, Bolivia!